Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
What's up, folks? We're here at San Diego Comic-Con 2022, and we are here with the director of Knights of the Zodiac. Indeed. But please, state your name for the record.
Tomek Beginski, and I'm director of this movie, and we are coming 2023, very, very soon, when VFX will be over.
Please, expound upon your story.
So, Knights of the Zodiac is a story about the young man, an orphan, who discovers that his destiny is to become one of the protectors of the next incarnation of the goddess Athena. But before he will become this knight, become this protector, he has to make peace with his own past, because a long time ago, when he was younger, he failed to protect his own sister.
Personal baggage.
So there is personal baggage, of course, in this. What he doesn't know is that his sister actually wanted to protect him, and this is why she ran, because she knew that he will become a knight, and she knew that knights are a target of very, very powerful villains, who of course are all, after Athena, but also after her protectors. So that's a very, very, like, roughly the story, but of course it's adaptation of the manga and the anime, so we have also a ton of action there, and ton of fights, and a lot of really amazing, exciting stuff going on, explosions and fights between the knights, and you'll see very soon.
And I would assume you're a fan of the anime and the manga?
Yeah, and actually, like my story with this with Sensei and Knights of the Zodiac is very, very long, because I was watching those TV shows when I was younger. I was never dreamt that I will be involved in one of in live action adaptation, but it happened. It was a long process for me. It's almost 5 years. So I started working on Knights of the Zodiac even before we started shooting Witcher, so it was a while ago. But now we are here. Film is already in the can. It's already edited, and now we are just waiting for VFX.
That's fantastic. Can you tell us about, maybe a little bit, without spoilers hopefully, but maybe teasers, the difficulty in shooting some of the fight scenes and big explosions, things of that nature?
It is difficult. It's time consuming. This is probably the most important part, because sometimes people say that challenges of film set is time and money. No, it's time. Money is the way to buy time, right? So there is mostly about time. And especially action is very, very slow to shoot, because you have to prepare actors, you have to put the wires on them, harnesses, so they can be pulled, hit the walls, all this stuff. And it's fair. Sometimes you spend the whole day just doing a couple of shots, because they are so technically demanding. So one of our biggest focuses in the team, in the crew, and I had amazing crew back in Hungary, was to focus the production so much that we are shooting only what ends up on the screen. So we were very, very precise during prep. We were very precise during shooting this, and we actually succeeded thanks to amazing crew, because directors are only as good as the crew. They don't exist without it.
Well, thank you so much. Is there any stories that you might like to impart to our audience?
I mean, most of the stories will be connected with spoilers, so I don't want to share too much.
Fair enough.
So I think I think there will be a time to share those, but I just wanted to really praise my cast, and not only people who are today with us, which is Diego and Madison, but also all the rest of the cast: Sean Bean, Famke Janssen, Nick Stahl, Mark Dacascos, and of course McKenny, who is today he couldn't be with us because he's shooting in South Africa, but he was absolute heart and muscle of this story.
And your stunt coordinator, who is here today, isn't he?
Yeah. Our stunt coordinator is with us today. So Andy Chang, who coordinated and directed big parts of the action, is the one who was my right hand on set, and he was absolutely amazing. And he also did quite a lot of action for Shang-Chi and many other films. So he knows what he is doing, and he's amazing at it. And also his crew, because again, he's not alone. He's surrounded by amazing stunt guys and amazing crew. They all brought us some of the pieces which I think and I hope will be never seen before. So, yeah.
A tribute to the anime.
23.
Thank you so much. We're here at San Diego Comic-Con 2022 for Knights of the Zodiac. And we are here with...
Diego Tinoco.
And you play?
I play mysterious assassin in this film, aka Nero.
Foreshadowing again. Tell me you're going to expound upon that, right?
So, I mean, I'll tell you what I can tell you. I can tell you that Nero is a very, very intelligent, conflicted, of course. I mean, I think we're all conflicted, right? But he's definitely an individual with a complexity and very powerful point of view in life and the way he carries himself and the way he does things. And oftentimes that could be misled as somebody who's cold and heartless. But I think in his own mind, he's doing things because he truly believes deep down inside that this is the best way to do them. For himself, for the people around him, and ultimately for all of humanity. And I think we're going to see Nero in the third act of this film really see how dirty he's willing to play in order to get what he wants.
The atmosphere just changed in here, folks, just from that sentence. It was amazing. So, are you a fan of the manga and anime?
So, I grew up with anime, specifically Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z,
Oh, you
Dragon
know
Ball
it.
GT, all that. Oh, of course, Goku, Gohan, Go Tanks. Okay, let's go. Yeah, of course. I mean, that was like my escape, right? Coming home from middle school, putting on Dragon Ball and just watching the old anime. When I got this script, I wasn't too familiar. I knew that it was big, but I had no idea how big it was.
Just how big?
Exactly. I asked my cousins in Mexico. I was like, so guys, like, I got
heard of this?
I got this movie. Should I do it? Like, do you guys think it's a cool anime? And they're like, what's it called? And I was like, Knights of the Zodiac. And they're like, Los Caballeros del Zodiaco? Are you kidding me? Yes, you have to do it. And I was like,
They threatened to hurt you if you
they
didn't.
threatened a lot more than to hurt me. And I was like, okay, well, let me just check it out. Checked it out. I saw, the character, the iconic character that my character is based on, and it was just sort of a no-brainer, right? And I said yes.
Well, a no-brainer for an intelligent character. Irony.
Yes, exactly.
So, we've already talked with the stunt coordinator, and he says most people insisted on doing their own stunts. Did you?
Of course, yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I came into this movie, coming off of a 13-hour flight from LAX into Budapest, I came in as stiff as a rock, right? Knee injuries, lower back injuries, and I came into the choreography.
From football or what?
From many different things. I was working on another show before, and there's just some stunts that I had to do, and things can happen, right? And you
Right
just
on.
need time to recover.
Go on.
But me being 24, put me in the next movie. Let's go right away. I was like, I'm good. I get there, I'm stiff as a rock. I can't even touch my toes, right? And then I have Andy come along and be like, whoa. Listen, I'm gonna make a structure for you. You're gonna follow it, and I promise you, by the time we start shooting your stunt stuff, you'll be great. And me, I was like in my head, like, I don't know, dude. I think I might get fired off this one, right? And sure enough, as promised, how Andy promised it, by the time we were shooting my action, it was crazy to see like what you practice is actually applicable and it makes total sense. Things that you're like, this is so silly, like it's not gonna work. It's not gonna look good on screen. It looks phenomenal on camera, right? It looks amazing, and he really gave us the mental confidence we needed to go into these roles. As Christian Bale says, physicality never lies, right? And with Andy Chang, we got that physicality so we could tell the truth, and I think that's what we did.
That's really fantastic, and that was another great quote. Can you talk about a little bit briefly about your coming down from playing this character? What do you do for fun to come down from playing this?
Yeah.
I mean,
He's a very serious guy. He's a very serious guy. He's very cold, especially from like an out point of view, right? When you're not in the mindset of why he's doing things. But to get out of this mindset, I mean, I hopped right into another movie right after. So, and that was a completely different character, very innocent, very naive. So that helped me. There was a few times on that set when the director was like, "Hey, not so serious, man. Like, tone it down." I was like, "Oh, sorry, dude. That was Nero."
Wrong character.
Yeah, wrong guy. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I just hopped into another movie down here in San Diego Comic Con now, and then take off to Kentucky in about a week or two to do another film. So I'm excited to start doing films. I finished my TV show after 4 years of doing that on Netflix, and I just want to keep working. You know, I'm 24. I got all the energy in the world, and I just want to leave an impact in the world. You know, with films.
Well, from what we gather, will be plenty of room for sequels, potentially prequels, and hopefully you will be involved in all of them.
That'd be awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. It's my joy, it's my honor, it's my privilege. Thank you, Comic Con, for having us. It's so awesome that you guys are open again. So cool.
You're wonderful. And that's my entertainment. What's yours? What's up, guys? We're here at San Diego Comic Con 2022 for Knights of the Zodiac. And we are with the lovely, the only female here with us.
Yes. Hi, how are you? Good to see you guys.
The name
Oh, yes, my name is Madison Eisman. Sometimes I forget that. Yeah.
and your character.
I'm playing Sienna / Athena. Yes.
Oh, boy. So, tell us how you got into this in the first place.
Well, I first got a call from my people saying there was this very, very cool universe that was being brought to life from the original manga and anime, and so dug into some research. I talked a lot to Tomek, our director, and decided to jump on board, and I feel very honored to be here. I know it's such a beloved IP by many people across the world, and I think we made something really special, so I hope everyone is very happy with what we were able to put together.
We've spoken with this stunt director, and it says that everyone was insistent on doing their own stunts.
Yes.
Does that include you?
Absolutely.
Talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's so funny. I feel like my stunts are the only stunts we're not allowed to talk about at all. But
Spoilers?
lots of spoilers. I feel like every time I've done any interviews, I've looked around the room and there's always a producer just like glaring down to make sure you don't say anything. But I mean, Andy's fantastic. He's an icon and a legend, and I feel very honored we get to have him a part of our movie. I honestly think it makes our movie just so special anyways. He has a very distinct way of working where I feel like any project he works on, all of his stunt choreography is very stylistic and specific. Like he almost creates his own style for each movie individually. So I think it just brings a full another level to our film, and I think people are really, really gonna like it.
You did that with Shang-Chi.
Yes, he absolutely did. She was so good.
Can you talk a bit more about your character?
Yeah, so I play Sienna, who is in hiding and under the care of her stepfather, Alman Kido. She's also the coming reincarnation of Athena. She is, a little hard-headed, a little stubborn, but, she's really going through this sort of identity crisis, imposter syndrome and quite literally carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders.
We call it foreshadowing, folks.
Yes, you'll have to wait and see. But yeah, and especially if people know much about the manga and anime anyways, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I think all of this sort of comes from, she's a great person deep down, but she's really just scared she's going to let the entire world down.
That's conflicted.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure.
So, can you describe your process of coming down after working on this?
Yeah, I mean, it was such a great experience that I left on such a high. And I mean, even to be here at San Diego Comic-Con, and our movie doesn't even come out until next year. I don't think I've ever done any press on anything this early. So people are clearly excited about it. Our whole team is very excited about it. So we finished filming last year, but I feel like the high just never really stopped. We're here. It's like our family's just all back together again.
So without spoilers, hopefully, maybe teaser or two, can you describe your personal favorite scene?
Oh gosh.
An action scene, an emotional scene?
My favorite scene. I'm like trying to find one that doesn't spoil anything.
Good luck.
I know it's literally so hard, but I will say my favorite scenes, plural, is anything I shot with Mark Dacascos. I love
Everyone here that we've spoken to loves
I
him.
am so sad he's not here with us because he is electric on screen, off screen. He's fantastic. He plays such a great character. I think the audience is just going to absolutely fall in love with him.
I think they're going to fall in love with you too. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Yes, have a good rest of your day, too.
So please introduce yourselves.
Hi there, I'm Josh Campbell. I'm one of the writers.
Matt Stukin, I'm one of the writers.
And we greatly look forward to this. We're big fans of the manga and the anime, so please describe a bit about your journey into bringing this to real life.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, when we came onto the project, we didn't know a lot about it. There's 28 volumes of the manga.
Oh.
There's well over 100 episodes of the anime series. There's 5 animated features. There's ancillary products. There's spin-offs. And
So we're talking fandom like you wouldn't believe.
it goes back 40 years, basically.
That's amazing.
And so we really dug in, and at this point I'd say we've read every single page of the manga. We've watched a bunch of the series, and we even went back and we read some of the screenplays from the previous series, and I felt like we have a pretty good handle on it now,
we
and
can
love it.
talk about Sanctuary arc, we can talk about Poseidon arc, the Hades arc that wasn't in the anime but was in the manga. We know it all.
Yeah.
And it only makes it more daunting because
I hear teasers, not spoilers, but teasers.
Yeah.
Please
but
expound.
all the fans out there, you know, you have to be true to them. At the same time, this is an original. This isn't just a condensation of or condensing of the manga or the anime.
A tribute, but a continuation.
Yeah, inspired by.
Yeah.
Inspired by,
You know, we did go back to, manga 1 to sort of inspire us because Seiya is, we think, the best character.
It's the starting point.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's hundreds of characters in the Seiya-verse, if you will.
Yes.
And so many plot lines and so on. But if you try to make a movie with too many of those characters, it's like doing an Avengers movie before you do Iron Man. You just can't do that. So you have to start the audience somewhere, especially because we need more than just hardcore fans coming out. It has to be accessible, and you can't say, here's 20 or 30 brand new characters to an audience on day one.
Yeah, but you still have to keep it true to the fans. You don't want to disappoint them either.
Yep.
And I think because we had such a great team, we had such wonderful collaborators who knew the material and loved the material as well.
Yeah.
So everyone was always fighting just to tell the best story, and that's great when, as writers, to have that kind of support.
We're going to Rochambeau for the chance to, give this character arc in particular.
You mean the character we're talking about?
No, it was a joke as far as the writers fighting each other.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all.
Could you both describe perhaps your favorite or the most emotionally challenging scenes you had to write so far?
I mean, so Seiya is a character who starts as a child. He's an orphan. He's in a really dark place. He loses his sister, who's the only person in the world that he really knows and loves and can trust. And I think the core responsibility that we had was telling this emotional story throughout the entire movie so that what we set up at the beginning pays off in the end in a really emotional way, and it links directly back. So the audience feels like, oh,
We've come full circle.
Yeah, we're written for a reason, and they pay off here. So it's kind of like maybe not an exact scene, but there is a scene at the end that pulls you all the way back.
An entire story arc.
Yes. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
How about you?
Oh, we write together, so we share the same sentiments.
Well, that's wonderful, gentlemen. Thank you so much. We greatly look forward to it coming out. Can you tell us when?
2023.
Yes.
No more specifics than that.
No more specifics than that.
You'd have to ask Sony Distribution.
Thank you so much. What's up, guys? We're here at San Diego Comic-Con 2022 for Knights of the Zodiac, and we are here with the stunt coordinator of the live action. Good sir, tell us your name.
Andy Cheng from Hong Kong, China, Jackie Chan stunt team.
And you've been the stunt coordinator for a great number of different films, TV shows, but most recently, a very popular one.
Recently popular. Shang-Chi, you talk about? Yes, thank you, yeah.
Would you care to talk about the difficulties in filming this sort of thing? Are you a fan of the anime or the manga?
Well, I grew up in Hong Kong, and this is when the original, they call Sing Sia, Sing Dao Si Sing Qi. In Hong Kong, it's really popular. In Asia, it's very popular, content and IP. And the character, especially Sing Sia, he have a Pegasus Media Feast. That's really famous in Asia when, like 35 years ago about. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm a big fan with this content already, this property, and then when I get the chance to do work, knowing I'm going to work with this, I'm so excited. You have no idea because I did a lot of different action, different kind of genre, and animation, manga, live action. This is I would call first one. I mean even Shang-Chi is, but when I did Shang-Chi, I did the most two scenes I was in charge. We're a big team, so I charged two scenes: the bus scene and the cage fight. So it's still a human being fight scene. So this one is more like really I will have a superpower. I can do something and like a animation style. So yeah, I'm excited.
It gives you a chance to throw in creativity into the stunts. Please continue to talk about that.
Yeah, because I think when I do a lot of different movies with their live action, or sometimes I did. I mean, I remember I always we want to put the action on top there, but sometimes when you're realistic, you cannot be too much being over the top. So I did.
There is no such thing as too much over the top for anime.
That's right. Because when I remember I did the rundown with the rock. We do the fight scene in the jungle, all the. I want to put wire work on it, but I had to find a reason for the graffiti and everything. In this case, so I have more freedom, and then we have, creatively with the director, Tom, we come up with, idea. When we do the animation part, when there is a nice, so we can do something, over the top and superpower, but then the rest we granted, we want to be more real and practical. We can. So that's kind of like this movie have went into real action and then some CG action, because even the nice we try to do practical. So it's very interesting. I think the audience will like it.
Did any of the actors try and insist on doing their own stunts?
Oh, everyone do their own stuff. Everyone. This.
Really?
Yeah, I can tell you this project.
And it's all thanks to this man.
Yeah, because when we start the movie, when I'm approaching with them, and then we're talking about it, we're picking almost every character we want. They can do action, and they have action background, or they come to train. Even, like Diego, Diego and Medicine, the first one for action, but we train them. The most important is, what they have is, did they want to do it? Did they have the guts? Did they want to take the challenge? And luckily, all our talent, everyone really into it. Mega Yun is amazing. He grew up with the martial art, so he know move, and he did, few big movie in Japan. He have experience of wire work, a fight scene. So he's the main.
That makes your job at least slightly easier.
Absolutely, because he's the main guy. He's a sayer. But then the rest cast, like I said, like Diego and Medicine, they love to do it, so we can help them. If some artists say, I'm an actor, fight double, so then very hard. But if the actor they want to do it, then make it easy. We just need to train them, and then we make sure they
Makes your job fun. Thank you very much. We greatly look forward to seeing your action in action. And that's my entertainment. What's yours? What's up, guys? We're here at San Diego Comic-Con 2022 for Knights of the Zodiac, and we are here with...
Yoshi Kizawa. I'm a producer of this feature film.
So what led you to get into this project?
Well, first is, I was, grew up with this, property, back when I was 14 years old. So this was like my Stranger Things, to me, and then...
Nostalgia.
Nostalgia, indeed, yes. And then I started to work our studio called the Toy Animation, and then the author, Mr. Kurumada, had the idea of making it to a live actions, but he always wanted to do right and convey the message or heart that he always portrayed in this original manga. And anime succeeded in it, and then he wanted to make sure that the live action version also carries it. So it's been a very long process, especially because not all the live action adaptation of manga or anime were successful in sometimes critically or box office wise, but we wanted to make sure that the at least the heart of the property Knights of the Zodiac will be portrayed in this live action.
This seems to be fairly guaranteed as far at this point.
Yes, very much. We got the great director, great writers, and action director, and then also all the crews. We shot in Hungary, and they were so great. And all the cast from Sean being Famke and Mac and who's our lead, and then also Madison and Diego, and then Nick Stahl, and then also Mark Dacakos. Also gave us a great action.
Can you describe for us perhaps any particular scenes from the anime or manga that you were particularly concerned about translating to the live action screen?
Yes, that's always the anime. All these characters had a signature move, and then our lead character Seiya, Pegasus Seiya, has certain moves, and that's something we wanted to be. We spent a lot of time with our action director Andy Chan. And making it right, and so he tried to do it physically. We also had in mind, how we're gonna portray with the VFX over it. So that's one thing that I have to be right.
That sounds wonderful, and we greatly look forward to it. Thank you so much, good sir.
Thank you.
And that's my entertainment. What's yours? Thank you very much.